everybody, it's Christine. It is day 31 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. So this is our bonus sketch. And because I'm being smart this time, I'm combining it with Iron Crafters with Peace Craft Love. And this month's ingredient is ribbon. So I pull out a couple of ribbons here. So let me show you the sketch. This is a 2-pager. And we have a bunch of 2x2 photos. And y'all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would have been 15 photos, or it's 15 photos. And there's a little tag on each of the little lines. This kind of looks like photo strips if you want to think of it that way. And then there's these little tags. And then there's like, you could call this like little strips at the top and bottom with little stars. Now, the only thing I could think of that I had 15 friggin' photos, and I don't even think I pulled out 15, was a Disney trip, because I was terrible about, not terrible, but I took a ton of pictures at Disney and from the parades. So Saturn. So y'all, I'm so sorry, this cat. Anyways, I had 15 photos, and I'm not going to sit here and sort you through them all, but I have a bunch of these photos from these parades, and I think I can get 2x2s. I'm going to take some little squares and just make sure I can do a 2x2. And then I have I have a little container that I put Disney, like, papery type stuff in. So I'm going to go through this and figure out which little bits I've got. I think I'm going to stick with what's Echo Park usually, I think, or Photo Play, either one. I think it'd be either one, because the color's always kind of the same family here. But I'm pretty sure I have some stuff I can use very easily. So that's what I'm going to start with. Oh, and I have this little thing. I had made it a class at one of my convention/expos. I don't know when. It's a little camera. Now, I'm going to have to glue it back together because I guess the glue, I don't know what happened. I guess it just didn't work anymore. But it's a shaker pocket. And I'm thinking I might can use that where one of those tags are. I think that's really cute because I mean, it's already made and I had it over there. So why not use it? And that's what I'm going to start with. So let me get to cutting the pictures and things. And I will come back on once I've got those cut up and picked out my papers. All right, talk soon. Okay, you guys, quick check-in. I could not do a 2x2, y'all. I have these little sizers here from Kiwi Lanes. I've had these 100 years, and I really like them because they do help me figure out, can I use these certain sizes. And like I had the 2x2s, I have 3x3s, there's 3x4s. There's various different sizes, but you can use them because you can lay them over your picture. And guys, if I did this, like I would have basically no picture left. So 2x2 was not going to work. So I did 3x3. All right, and that works out okay. Now, the only tricky part is they, of course, take up a lot more space. So I may end up kind of like doing like this or something to kind of give myself a little bit of room to work with. I still need to cut the little strips that go behind. So I've got to pull that out. I'm thinking, again, I have like yellow. I have, what was the other one that I have that might work? I have a blue. I have all the colors, y'all. I have the red and all the things. So I got to get it out. But I'm going to go with the black cardstock. It's just kind of classic Disney. And then I got to do the strips on the top. And then for the ribbon, I'm going to probably put my papers down. But I'm going to probably use them on the tags is what I'm kind of thinking. It's not terribly creative. Probably not what Anna's looking for with the Iron Crafter. But I'm going to use the ribbon. The only thing I could do, too, is put it like maybe behind this one here, because I'm going to use these instead of another row of pictures, I think, because it's cute. So, and I may staple it here or something. So anyways, let me cut my other little strips here and I'll be back on in a second. All right, gang. So what I've done so far is I've cut those two pieces, the strips across for each of my 4 little sections. I did end up using the yellow stars on top of like it's hard to see the pattern really, but it's like a flower with like black, yellow, red, white. I thought that was a good little mat. So I've got my 4 little kind of sections made. And I started, have I glued down? I don't remember now, y'all, because I've cut some film out because some of it was just repetitive. But I think I've glued down the pictures on the left there, the 3 little pictures of each section. And what I'm doing now is I'm cutting out little 1/2-inch strips for my top and bottom borders. And I'm going to use this little bit of a striped diagonal pattern from this little border strip page here. I actually almost messed up, y'all, because I got into my papers to make the bigger, thicker strap, or the paper sections there, and I cut out the yellow star paper or whatever, and I made 3 of them, and it's 4 was too long because I had to make them 3 1/4, And I couldn't find a second piece of paper at first, y'all. And I had bad because I kind of had a panic attack. But then I finally found one. I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because I'm like, did I just cut 3 pieces and now I've got an extra that I don't have one for? Yeah, so I'm organizing my pictures here according to the sketch, basically. So you kind of see in the middle there, I've got that little photo, the little camera thing and the little, it's time for an adventure tag. That's going to take the place of those other 3 little photos that were in the middle on the sketch there. And I'm just gluing down these little photos here. And I did do the little tilted thing. And I did the tilted thing. Sorry, my cat is walking in front of my face here. I did the tilted thing to give myself a little bit of room, because if I had organized those straight up and down, I would have really ended up with not much room for a tag. So I did that. Plus, it's fun. You know, it's Disney, so it's okay. I'm going to use a little Nuvo glue. I'm just going to glue these little skinny stripes down. If I'm going to be honest with y'all, I cut away because the top right one there, I actually put the glue on the wrong side. I put the glue on the paper on that color there, the little white diagonal stripe that I needed it to come up. And I put the glue on that side, y'all. So I cut away because I end up having to cut a new piece and throw the other one away. Anyway, so I'm on the last little piece here, gluing it down. And I think this looks pretty cute. I'm not unhappy with this at all. And I think the last thing, what do I do next? I think I'm going to come over here and glue those 3 pictures up there. Now I have it at this point. You can kind of see the little thing that says the happiest person on earth. I don't have that made into a tag yet. I will take and make that into a tag. And then I'm also going to find another little cut apart that says happiness with like some balloons. And that's going to go in the upper left, and I'm going to take that into a tag too. Now, here's where I'm going to cut this ribbon, and I'm trying to make the little ends. And y'all, first off, my scissors are way too dull. I need to get another pair of scissors because I could not cut that ribbon to save my life. I ended up having to pull out these little scissors, and plus I cut them the wrong direction, y'all. That's another. I really definitely had a little bit of clumsiness with this layout. Like I kept either, like I said, I glued the other one the wrong side. I was dropping stuff and dropping glue on things, and then this ribbon I just cut the wrong direction with dull scissors. I was struggling with this one, not from a design perspective, but just execution. I was just like, good grief, Christine. I do decide to go ahead and I staple this ribbon here. I think it looks kind of neat. I use 2 little tiny staples. I'll do that in a minute. And then, as you can see there, I have the little balloon thing that I've turned into a tag. I just used my We Are Memory Keeper tag maker piece to do that. And I've cut my little ribbons, and I'm just basically making my little knots on the top there. I've already done the one in the lower right as well. Again, as I noted, some of these are like kind of repetitive steps, and so I didn't leave it in the video because it's basically the same process. But you can see I did all 3 tags now with my little ribbon. I don't do the one in the lower right because that's kind of a notebook paper looking printed on there, and I didn't turn that into a tag because of that notebook paper thing. Here's where I'm stapling that ribbon down there, and I think this looked kind of cute. I guess this is the most creative thing I did with the ribbon. I feel a little bit guilty because I think with this Iron Crafter, you're supposed to do, you know, like that Iron Chef show where you're using the same ingredient like 5 ways or something. And I feel like I did a little bit of a call it down on this one, and that makes me a little bit guilty. So, sorry, Anna. I should have been a little more creative, I think. But it's the last layout, and I had to get a ton of photos on here. So, you get the kind of boring Christine, I guess. All right, so I'm just gluing my tags down. And I'm going to end up in a second pulling out my sticker sheet because I still have to put a title on here, right? I mean, technically, I have kind of little titles going everywhere now at this point because I could theoretically use, you know, it's time for an adventure or happiness or any of that. But I will go ahead and pull out the sticker sheet and use some on that red and white polka dotted tag up there. But first I have to glue all this stuff down, y'all. I do use my Nuvo glue to glue down my little camera. That's a little bit deep. I'm a little concerned about going in the album because it's probably a good 1/2 inch deep, but it looks so cute. I had to use it. I use a little ATG first because I kind of wanted to make sure it stayed, but I do still use Nuvo glue because it's definitely got to have that. Yep, there we go. And then, again, I'm going to get the sticker sheet out in just a second. So I'm just going to kind of stick this down there. That's taking the place, like I said, of those little pictures that would have been in the middle. But I think this shaker pocket turned out really good. Okay, so here's my sticker sheet stack, y'all. I have a... Oh, wait, I'm looking at the puffies first. I don't use up any puffies. But here's this. Look at this ginormous stack of stickers. How I ended up with the same sticker sheet 4 times is beyond me. But I have all these stickers, and then I decided I'm going to take the title off of these little letter stickers here. And I just end up calling it Disney Parades. And so I do try to, you know, alternate the later colors. And it goes on top of here. And it looks cute, actually. I'm not unhappy with it. I don't stay on top of that little white little section that I guess they kind of mean for the journaling. So I just went ahead and put these on top because it does have a white outline around the letters. So it sticks out well enough on top of the red and white tag there. And yeah, I'm just going to end up spelling out Disney Parade. I will end up going in here also and finding a bunch of little heart stickers. The sketch showed there's like little detail, I don't remember now if it's stars or hearts, to be honest with you, but it kind of comes across the page, kind of coming down in a diagonal. And so I'm going to use some little heart stickers in just a second. I cut away just a second there because I was kind of staring at my sticker sheet. Now, this is where having those 4 sticker sheets actually worked out well, because I find these hearts, I put those right there. I actually ended up moving those just a moment. But I find all these little different hearts with the little different patterns on them. And I'm going to put them where the sketch showed the little pieces of, I guess, sprinkles, if you want to call it like a sprinkles. So I'm going to find my little hearts. I will end up pulling out my Mr. Huey's white paint or spray or whatever and kind of sprinkling that over the layout. And I still managed to smear some of it, y'all. Like I said, this one was one of those layouts I just was clumsy the whole darn way. Again, I'm just having these little hearts here. And then I will end up, I don't think I put it on camera, but I will end up just kind of journaling on that lower right tag. And it just says September 18th, 2020, because this was the last day of Disney. I guess I didn't even tell y'all about these pictures. We were at Disney for my mama's birthday in 2020, actually. They had opened it up in July, and we went in. We all had masks on, which is funny because I can see the workers don't have them, but all the guests certainly did. And we were there, and this was like the last day of Magic Kingdom. And I think there was like 2 or 3 parades you catch. You know, the way they kind of were doing it, instead of a big one at the nighttime, you know, the way Disney used to always do it, and they may still do it now, is they would have one kind of nighttime show with the lights and stuff. Well, the way they were kind of addressing it because of the virus and stuff was like little mini parades throughout the day. And they were always kind of a surprise or whatever. So they didn't really want people gathering, I guess was the point. So, which is funny because as soon as you heard the music, everybody kind of gathered. But they'd have these little parades just kind of go throughout the park. So you just kind of see random parades. They weren't the ginormous ones. They were smaller, but you'd see the little random parades. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I did pull out some little enamel dots too. I had some yellow ones. I thought about using different colors because I did have a bunch of little pieces. I had some little gold ones and red ones and stuff, but the yellow kind of stood out on the black to me a little bit more. And I just kind of put a few here and there throughout the little hearts. There's not really a ton. I don't have a ton of yellow ones for some reason. I think because I had pulled out these, they were kind of in my Disney stuff. All these certain colored enamel dots. I could have probably found some more yellow if I really needed to, but this was fine. And I think this is where I'm going to decide to go and get my ink. But anyway, so we just took a bunch of pictures, of course, like you do. When you're at a parade, you take a bunch of pictures of a parade. So that's why I had so many, was all in my stack over there. But I'm not going to lie, this was kind of nice to use up a bunch of pictures from there. And I hadn't done a Disney layout in quite some time. And I was feeling a little bit guilty because I have all these pictures over there. Y'all, I'm going to end up going on vacation again and not having finished scrapbooking a vacation I've already taken. I keep doing that. Of course, Disney's kind of... it can be overwhelming because, you know, we were gone like a week, so there's a ton of pictures. Anyway, there's my white ink, and that is all I'm going to do this layout, y'all. And so here's the slowdown, just so you can kind of get a sense of it. You can see the cute little pictures, all the little various parade things. I think this turned out pretty cute, and it was a good layout with all these sketches, or excuse me, all these pictures on the sketch here. And I thank you guys so much for watching. This has been an incredible month, as usual. I've gotten so many layouts done, y'all, because I did this, and I did Expo, everything. So I'm going to have a little... layout share, I guess tomorrow probably. So make sure you kind of watch that, and make sure you check out the playlist. By now, there's probably 400 videos, y'all. You got a lot to watch. Good luck with that. I know I haven't made my way through them all. I get on there, and it's like, holy cow, I've been on here for hours. Anyway, thanks you guys so much. I hope you subscribed. Check out my Instagram at Scrapping Harden. Love you guys. Bye.